we don't move now, this world of opportunity will go right past us.
The climate crisis is a global challenge which requires urgent international action.
There is no net zero without Australia.
Australia has some of the world's best-known supplies of critical minerals, including nickel, lithium, cobalt and manganese. They're vital in the race to decarbonisation, and miners want government help to get them to market quickly.
We do need to ensure that government invest alongside so that we can take this once-in-a-generation opportunity to establish decarbonisation minerals and energy sources for our nation.
Shoring up a robust critical minerals industry is set to be a key feature of the federal budget, and the announcements have already started.
We will fund the first comprehensive map of what's under Australia's soil and under our seabed, meaning we can pinpoint the new deposits of critical minerals and strategic materials we need for new technology and clean energy.
$566 million over 10 years will be allocated in Tuesday's budget to fund the map. There'll be money to fast-track foreign investment approvals, and $585 million in loans to 2 alumina and graphite projects have already been granted as part of the $4 billion critical minerals facility.
We would expect that this budget provides a broad range of opportunities for our industry, focus on skills, a critical minerals package, providing tax incentives more broadly for business to be able to become more productive.
Ardea Resources has enough nickel and cobalt buried beneath this ground to make more than 32 million EV batteries.
We need assistance to make sure they can get into the production, and then the benefits can flow through the Australian economy.
Andrew says it's not just cash injections he's hoping for on May 14.
Certainly funding assistance is always helpful, but wherever we can streamline that process will ultimately save time and funds.
Government investment in critical minerals is also about securing our defence capabilities.
It's a national security and economic issue for our countries. It's also a massive business opportunity. And no two countries are better positioned to benefit than the United States and Australia.
The US Inflation Reduction Act is injecting hundreds of billions of dollars to drive investment in its critical minerals sector, and some of that cash is expected to flow here. But Jim Chalmers doesn't have access to that kind of money, and any investment he does make into an industry that has historically been very lucrative for corporate Australia will be closely scrutinised.
The Australian government fails to make much money from things like the petroleum resource rent tax. So if we're going to go forward with supporting the export of these minerals, if we're going to try and add value to these minerals, we need some really clear principles about identifying what is the comparative advantage.
An advantage that appears to come at a cost.